Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome to the edition of Manchester. Alright, so it's been a while since I've done a little episode on Manchester. Finally got the map close to a point where we left off last time. And so we're just working away on this particular field here. And I believe the last time we did a live stream we were doing this. There we go. Get the guy rolling there. So we were working away on a couple different fields here. So we have a few of them ready to go, or a few of them that are in the progress, or in the middle of being ready, I should say. So we have this one right here, and we have that one which looks like oats. So that is almost done there. So we're going to let that guy finish seeding that field first. He is in group 1. Where's the other one I have? Oh, okay, I have this John Deere too. So I didn't get all. What happened was, for those who don't know, I upgraded the map and I lost my save due to my own, due to myself not paying attention basically. So I just recreated it somewhat close to what it was before. So now I have a whole bunch of John Deeres randomly instead of having New Hollands in this scenario. But we do have one New Holland. Oh, that's a case over there. But we do have a few different random tractors now. We don't have all the same ones, which is just the way it worked out, but we do have a few of them, so. Alright, let's grab this guy right here. And, yeah, so that's what happened in this scenario. So, I actually, whoa, that's loud. I actually lost the save, essentially, and now I had to recreate it. So, that's the reason why there hasn't been Manchester episodes in a while. In that scenario, I don't know if this is fertilized or not. We're going to find out real quick here. Yeah, that's the reason why there hasn't been a Manchester episode, just because I haven't recreated the save. But now I have it, because I did a live stream on this a while back, I guess it is now. And now I'm able to play on it again. Is this fertilized? Looks like it is. It's hard to say, actually. We'll just assume it is, because it's not obvious there at all. So we don't have the brewery at the moment, and we don't have the windmill at the moment, but we do have a couple other things. So obviously I got this night vista. I don't think I had this before, actually. I don't remember, let's say that. It's possible I did, and obviously that field right there was a grass field, but we don't have a grass field at the moment. What we can do is we can oh, it's already been fertilized. Oh, okay, never mind then. That has already been fertilized. All I need to do is wait for that guy to be finished, and then we can just progress time, and we will be good to go. Well, I hope everybody has been doing well. And did I take the file out? Yes, I did. I hope everybody's been doing well. It's been a busy last couple weekends for me. Going away 2 weekends in a row, so not able to live stream when I'm not around, basically, unfortunately for you guys. But it has been a lot of fun. I was up in Ontario, Northern Ontario, last weekend. It was quite a bit of fun. We went to a provincial park called 6 Mile Provincial Park. Pretty cool little provincial park, actually. It's the first time I had been there, but it was really nice because it was close to Georgian Bay. It was really rocky out there. Really nice location. My buddy did a really good job picking that place. So, do we have? Let's just see. Yeah, he did a really good job picking that location. So I was really happy when barley. Oh, that's all I have. Okay, he did a good job. So I would probably go back, but from where I live, it's a long journey. It's like 5-6 hours. So I only went camping for the one night, so a little overkill just for the one night, but that's the way things go sometimes. He's doing his turns. This is good. It's funny, last time I played in this, I didn't have the growth manager installed, so it wasn't working properly. So basically, I couldn't progress time. If I progressed time, I wouldn't. None of the plants would grow, and I think that's due to the fact that of having like the soil mod and the growth, well, the soil mod in the same folder. It's like it's reading some of those things, and it's like telling it like, oh, it needs to go through a 4-day cycle, and then it never actually grows. It's really strange. So, and I don't think we have any animals. Oh, we do have cows. Okay, and the cows need TMR. They have straw, which is good, but they don't have any grass yet. Now I think we have grass in our TMR mixer already as well. Let's take a quick little jaunt over there real quick. I'm pretty sure there was some, I put straw in there. Don't know why I wouldn't, but. So I have been looking for a new map to play on. As I mentioned in the last video, I don't remember if that guy was there or not. In the last video on the States, I'll probably play once a week on the States, something like that, because it's just a big map, and I'll probably do live streams on that map just because it is a very large map, and spending a good chunk of time like during a live stream is probably best, because if I do a daily episode on the States, you won't see much progress because it'll just be harvesting like 4 episodes in a row just because the fields are huge. But I have been looking for another map. Someone suggested Nunston Farm, which has the soil mod installed in it as well, which is pretty cool. I haven't. I've played Nunston Farm the old version, but not the new version. And the new version, I'm assuming, is the same, just with soil mod. So it's a pretty nice map, though. I do like it. Another large map, though, in terms of size. It's probably about same size as this one. It's not, maybe similarly sized, perhaps, but more in relation to it's more British, obviously, because it's a British farm. So that's a possibility. I'm looking for an American-styled map. The States is one of them, but I just want something smaller than that to do like daily episodes on, sort of idea, because, like I said, States would be just too big for daily episodes because you would not see many or much progress at all in this context. So alternatively, I could just excuse me, I could find a different map to play on. I do like Manchester, although it feels lacking for me because it doesn't have soil mod. I'm sure I could add it manually, but I'm basically done with them. Not done, but I don't know if you guys saw that cedar slide there. I'm kind of like done on the map just because I have played on it quite a bit already. So, but I do still like it. There actually is a map that Farmer Beavis is playing on. It's called Gamsing, I think it's called, which looks pretty cool. It's got the I believe it has a soil mod installed and a couple other things, so it looks pretty nifty. It's not an American map though. That's the problem. So I don't know if there's any other ones. There's Nebraska I played on, States I'm playing on technically. There is a couple Canadian maps. There's a La Ferme Canadienne, which is, looks interesting, but it's a Canadian farm. I haven't looked at it yet, but I downloaded it a while back, so it does have the soil mod on it, but I'll have to do a video on that. What the heck is that? Looks like he's coming up to his last passes here. This is good. Look at that turn, like a pro. So this is the John Deere 8530. I think I've actually seen one of these in real life. It's a big tractor. Like, it looks small here, but it's actually a really large tractor. Same thing if you ever get close up to a Case IH Steiger quad track 620 or something like that. They're just beasts. This is probably like the biggest John Deere I've seen up close, but I've seen some Steigers up close there. You're just a monster. I have seen actually a Rogator up close before too, and I've also seen a Terragator up close, and they're pretty huge too. It's having a bit of trouble getting up this hill apparently. This guy's got 350 horsepower. I think it's 350, 360 maybe. Ooh, I'll have to check that now. I'm pretty sure it's something along that area. No, 350, yeah, what's 350? So this particular seeder needs 320, so he's got not a whole lot more than that, but I just like this tractor better than the other big John Deere I have, so that's the reason why we're using this one, I guess. Alright, so we don't even have a mower at this point in time. So that field, interestingly enough, in this version of the map, this field's not actually seeded at all. And I don't know if that's due to the problems that people were having with that field in this version, which is kind of interesting. I actually haven't noticed any kind of big changes yet, strangely enough. I know there are changes, and I'd have to look at the change log now to discover what exactly the changes are. But as far as I know, there are changes. I just haven't seen them, haven't noticed them all yet. Alright, he's going to do his headlands now. I think, is it set up for 2 headlands or 1? Good question. Looks like it's just 1. Excellent. Yeah, I've never seen one of these systems in real life, actually. It would be kind of interesting to see how it all works. A lot of people have actually finished seeding. The in-laws have finished seeding their potatoes and their soybeans at this point in time now, which is good. Means it's in the ground, can start growing. Hopefully we don't get another frost. Actually, we got a frost not too long ago here in Ontario, and actually people were really concerned about the potential yield loss on corn specifically due to the frost. And according to statistics at this particular time, it's actually going to be only a 3% loss. Well, there's only a 3% loss been claimed by Agricorp, which is the insurance company here in Ontario, at least. I think it's Canada, that insures crops, and there's only 3% claims on damaged crops, so not very much actually. But the real question is that going to affect the final yields that we get from the harvest? I don't know. It definitely will, but how much is it going to affect them is going to be the really big question here. All right. Nice, even got the little corner spot. Well, as close as you can get it. Yeah, so that was one of the big news that happened. It was like a, middle of May and you get a frost. People were like, ooh, not so good. Actually, a couple of my students, apparently, they put out their tomatoes in their gardens and they got frost. So that's what happens, though. Like, just think about that happening on like a much larger scale with farmers, right? So that's why it's a little scary when that kind of stuff happens, because it's like, oh well, all that work you just put into planting that crop is now done. So it's like gambling, basically. One sec, coffee break. Excellent. Alright, here's on the last pass, and then I can progress time and we'll do a little bit of harvesting as well, and then we'll go from there. Also, the designated forestry areas is where I'm supposed to do forestry on this map. It actually, the mod author, or the map author I should say, he mentioned that last time. He's like, you should do forestry in the designated forestry areas, because for some reason these ones get bugged out. I'm not sure the reason why, but that's what he mentioned, so I was like, okay, good to know. Good to know. Oh goodness, do I have this guy? Oh, he is there. Do I have withering on? Withering's off. Okay, we'll just do this then. Ta-da! Perfect. Alright. This guy's probably... You know what? You can just stop there. That's fine. I don't care enough about that last little spot there. Let's go inside the cab here. And let's put the diffs on. Excellent. Yeah, one thing I really like the soybean textures on this map. They did a really good job of bringing that all together, because it looks really good just like that, actually. And then as you go through all the different stages, it's pretty nice. As I mentioned in the video I released the other day with the states, there's actually a new release of the drive control mod. And actually, now that I think about it, Upside Down actually released a mod that allows you to use track IR in Farm Sim. So it integrates the two together, which I think is awesome. So that's actually making me a little bit like, maybe I should get track IR for Farm Sim. That might seem a bit extreme, but if I can get it hooked up, that would be pretty awesome. But I would need to buy it first, because I don't actually own track IR. I know A Kick to the Head does have track IR, and I don't know if he has tried fiddling with it yet. But I suspect that he has not as of yet, because he's a busy guy. But it works for Euro Truck as well, so it's not like it would be for only farm sim. But I was looking at the prices here in Canada. It's a bit on the pricey side, so I would have to. So the thing that we run into here is like, depending on where you buy it from, you have to pay like taxes on it across the border and all that jazz. So if you can avoid it, it's better. But what happens is you can. Here we go. If you can avoid it, it's better, but you can't always avoid it. Alright, so let's actually hop into this guy right here, our 7810. And I don't think we have a course for this guy. Nope. Looks like I do not. But I'd be really curious to see how hard it is to get it working properly. Because often, from what the problem I run into is that I don't speak German, and a lot of what I get is a translation from German, and that is not usually the best. Alright, let's stop here. Start here, I should say. Actually, interestingly enough, again, the new module for the drive control mod is the wither wheels. So if I were to do this right now, I would be tearing apart the crop, basically. Oh, did I not hit start recording course? Apparently I didn't. Fail. Yeah, but it actually has wither wheels installed. So it'll put wither wheels on all your vehicles, basically. So if you just did what I do, well, with Courseplay, for example, if you do this, you would run into problems, basically. I like the idea. 1 and then 2. I like the idea, but I think for me and the way I play, it would just be annoying. But that might be interesting to try one of these days as well. Alright, so let's go through here, and we'll just drive over this little spot right here. Excellent. And take a nice wide turn here. Grab fuel if we need to. There we go, perfect. And then we'll just drive down back to the field. But yeah, that new module, it makes it so it has wither wheels, and I think that's a really neat concept because, you know, Upside Down, the guy who makes the drive control mod, has been doing some really cool things with it. So it's just like, wow, like what he's creating is quite impressive. Especially with the drive control mod and how much you can do with it now, it's just nuts. This is 7. It's very impressive. No combine or reach. Oh, lucky for you, I have a combine right here. There we go. And but I think it's a really nifty idea because it's one of those things that you just it's nice to have it just on one mod, because what happens is you get like you end up having like multiple mods for like single things. Like we used to have the problem where you would have one mod for manual ignition, you'd have one mod for differential locks, you'd have one mod for four-wheel drive, and etc, etc. So it's nice to have it all in one place now, and I really appreciate that. And also with the new additions like the track IR thing, I think it's still in the early stages, if it from what it seems like at least, and that's okay, because like if he works on it more, like based on what I've seen from his work in the past, like if he works on it more, it's going to be fantastic. 1 sec, coffee break. And yeah, it just I'm really impressed with the stuff he has done. It's just, it blows my mind every single time. Because he also does the GPS mod, for example. He does the BJ extension. So many mods, so many quality mods, which is what we are lacking a lot of the time in Farm Sim. Oh yeah, the mirrors don't work in this map. I was like, why aren't the mirrors working properly? But the problem, one thing I noticed is that with the track IR setup for Farm Sim, The way it works is there's only a certain amount of there's only a certain axis, it seems like, I can run it. So I can do like this, I think, and then like this, but I couldn't do like that, I don't think. Just based on the way Farm Sim actually works, from what it seems. And that's no fault to Upside Down, just it's just what he's working with, basically. But it does seem pretty cool, actually. I've never used TrackIR, so I have no idea what it's like. But interesting enough, actually, I noticed something on Steam the other day. They actually have a whole section dedicated to... they have a whole section that's like, these games are TrackIR compatible, which I thought was really interesting. Alright, we'll just do it this way. So like, they have like a list of the games, and it's like, these games are TrackIR compatible. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Because you don't normally, like, I thought I was going to have to, you know, which games can you actually use TrackIR on? Are there any other games? Like, but no, like, there's like a tag, basically, it seems like, and it was like, okay, these games can be used with TrackIR. I'm like, okay, that's a lot more than I thought there were. Quite a few racing games. I know iRacing has it, Project Cars has it, I believe. But let's say built-in, those games have it. Farm Sim doesn't have it built in, which would be nice if it did, because then you can, like, instead of having to use my mouse, I could just turn my head and, oh, look over there. It would be kind of cool. I'm not sure how it would work. Like, if I were in this view out here, like, how would the head turning work? I guess you could just do the same. But then how do you look behind you? I guess, I don't know. That would be the interesting part in that scenario. So, but I am excited for the possibility of what can come of this, basically. Because if we could get like proper integration with TrackIR and Farm Sim, that's gonna make the game pretty darn cool. Like, instead of having to use the mouse all the time, you'll make it a lot more immersive, which would be really nifty. So, although you'd probably find, let's just for argument's sake, let's say I got TrackIR, I'd probably spend the whole time in the cabin, and that would probably just drive people nuts. I assume, at least. But some people just play in cab all the time, and they're totally cool with it. So apparently that tractor cannot recognize this combine is almost full. Oh, there he goes. Well, let's just stop him right there for the time being, so he's out of my way at the very least. This is good. So much quieter in here. That's why I spend so much time in it. Also, the other thing that the drive control mod I just remembered is it actually has the sound. It reduces the sound. I don't know if he's worked on that lately, but alright. Perfect. Let's turn and let's go right here. Perfect. Let's stick the pipe out. I think the pipe cam is so cool. That's also drive control as well, believe it or not. So many things the guys added to the mod, it's crazy. Like, it used to be just for driving, and now it's like, well, we can do this with it now, we can do this with it now. It's like, holy smokes. Are you coming there, Mr. John Deere, or are you taking your time there? There we go. Also, we didn't have this trailer before, but I wanted to use it. I feel like I'm playing like the way Landy Kid's playing now with their Randazos. But it's such a nice trailer. Such a nice trailer. That's the Ego trailer right there. He's the guy who made the trailer. And you can get that off Mod Hoster, I believe, so if you're interested. I don't think, let me just check real quick. I don't know if I have any fancy new placeables I could use in this map. Not right now. Well, I guess I have the silage. I did have the silage placeable. That's true, I had this guy here. I could get that again. That's a possibility, but ah well. Anyways, folks, I think what I'll do is I'll continue harvesting a little bit here off camera, and then we'll come back next episode and we'll move on from there. I think it'll be another harvest based on what I'm seeing. But until then, folks, just hop out of the getting cab here. So until then, folks, my name's Iain Robson. This has been our episode of Farming Simulator 2015, coming at you from Manchester. Catch you guys later.